Hello everyone, welcome to the Odas channel. Today we're reviewing one of the hottest AI agents and AI tools that can make life easier for anyone in crypto. I've personally been using Zentry and zTerminal for some time now, and I can say it really simplifies my research and all the work I do related to cryptocurrency. That's why in this video I'd like to share with you what it is and how it works. So when we land on the main page of zTerminal, here's what we see. The first thing that stands out is a familiar language model similar to ChatGPT. We'll back to it a bit later to see what it can do here. About it, we can switch between exploring cryptocurrencies or creators, but today we'll focus on cryptocurrencies. Scrolling down, we see statistics on ETF inflows, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the current market sentiment, Bitcoin dominance, others dominance, and Ethereum dominance. Below that, there is a very interesting section called Hotlines. Here, in real time, we see news about the crypto market and various coins. The AI agent highlights the most important news without any fluff. And on the right, we see a spotlight on coins. For example, the coin peak has grown by 21% in 24 hours. Volume increased to 38 million. MindShare grew by 0.83%. We'll talk more about what that means a bit later. It's very interesting to see this quick snapshot of coin statistics. It's incredibly convenient because you can track the entire market on your own. Next, there is a small heat map, very handy. Here we can also switch to growth of interest. We can see which coins have gained more attention recently and by how much. For example, at the moment the most discussed are Bitcoin, Solana, then the coin AIXCBT, followed by Ethereum, Hyperliquid, and so on. Below that, we have a section with Twitter authors. Even lower, there is a ranking of trending coins, where you can see how price and discussion levels have changed. The MindShare index, very interesting. We'll come back to this a bit later. On the right, we can see trending posts directly related to crypto. It gives us a digest with likes, reposts, and views right away. All of these come straight from Twitter, which is super convenient and makes it easy not to miss any news. Back to the coins. Here we can click on the coin on the right and we'll see all the discussion about that coin, the top and trending ones. It's very interesting, especially since they are from verified authors. If we expand the coin and go to its page, we get highlights, which I think is really cool. For example, what's the current rank of a coin by the MindShare metric? You can see here that the coin has rank 8. Below, there are stats showing how the price, volumes, and market cap have changed. Now the most interesting part, MindShare. Here's what the entry itself says about it. How much a creator is known, recognized, and thought of with their content by the users. The higher the percentage, the more people are aware of the creators. So, in simple terms, I call this just an index of recognition and citation. That's basically how it works. And here is the cool part. You can use this index to track discussion growth and how it impacts price. For example, if we expand the stats for peak over the last 7 days or even over a month, we can clearly see how the rise in discussion directly lead to a price impact. You can see here a big spike in mentions from 1.61 to 2.83, and right after that a spike in price. So basically more discussion equals a price spike. It's also possible to see which authors interact with this coin, how recognizable they are, and what other coins and projects they mentioned. You can even click view posts and it will redirect you straight to them. You can open the author's profile, see their global rank, check their connections with other projects and creators, and explore the other tokens they've mentioned. This is super convenient and really simplifies life. You no longer need to do all of this manually with spreadsheets and summaries. It's all here in one tool on one side. Honestly, I think that's a big win. Let's go back. Here is our large language model and it's very powerful. Let's try asking it a couple of questions and see what kind of answers it gives us. For example, let's ask, which narratives are trending this week? The analysis launches and it takes a little time. You can see how deeply zTerminal does research. To me, this feels more like Grok than ChatGPT. Basically, it's actually doing fundamental work. You don't just get fluff, you get proper crypto research. And here we can immediately see the result. First, growth in the Solana ecosystem. Social momentum is strongly increasing, driven by major funding and announcements like Helios and so on. Also, Bitcoin development, hyper-liquidizing, stable coins, real-world asset tokenization, crypto ETFs, and right away the AI agent gives us key takeaways, which I think is super cool. A kind of summary so you don't have to read everything in detail, you can just get main points quickly and move on. Let's try another query. I think this one will be interesting. What are the top 10 trending projects and why are they trending? So here is the answer we got. A full top list of 10 coins for today. We can see that interest in Bitcoin has grown with an explanation of why, Solana with reason why, AIXCBT with reason why. This is a really cool feature because, for example, if you've been out of the market for a couple of weekends and you're not up to date, you can just use this tool, instantly understand what's going on, what the current narratives are, what's trending without spending hours reading news from the past week. With just one query, you can answer that internal question and immediately see the latest trends. Here's another really useful query I recommend paying attention to. Outside of the top 100, what are the top 10 most trending coins and what is driving their growth or decline? You can cut out coins with less than 10 million market cap. So here we have highlighted coins. This one took a while. I think I waited about 3 or 4 minutes for the analysis to complete. And here, the results. AIXBT, Kaito, Peak, Cookie DAO, BioProtocol. For example, we can see that BioProtocol dropped by 11% in the last 24 hours. The share price dropped alongside falling social interest, pointing to a loss of confidence or a sell-off with no visible catalyst to reverse the trend. That's an interesting insight. And finally, one of the most useful features, skills. The skills menu is located in the bottom left corner. There is a shortcut there. You can either click it to open the full list or simply type a slash and choose the prompt you are interested in. For example, let's request market overview. Here we get a snapshot of ETF inflows, market sentiment, top gainers and losers, plus key takeaways and market snapshots, highlighting what matters most. We also see USDT and USDC stablecoin inflows, along with the macro and news context for the near term, which I find very useful. Another prompt is the project overview skill. Let's take Aster for instance, since it's trending right now. Zentry generates a brief overview of the token, plus a list of top creators who have interacted with it on Twitter and their connections. We also see that CZ from Binance has frequently mentioned this project. Below, there are news and events, Even rumors swirl around Trump's family and Mr. Beast buying Aster tokens, fueling speculation and interest in the project. The full list of skills is available in the bottom left corner. Don't forget about it. You can activate any of them, and I expect new ones will keep being added. This really makes life easier, especially if you need to research a token or quickly gauge overall market sentiment but don't have the time. Overall, I think it's just absolutely worth paying attention to this AI agent because it makes life much easier. Using it daily can save you hours of time you would otherwise spend scrolling through Twitter, hashtags, or channels that aggregate news. Here you can just click around and get everything quickly in one place. I really believe this is an incredibly strong and powerful tool, and it's only going to get better from here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget the link to the terminal is in the description below this video if you want more videos about how AI agents work and how they can make your life easier, or if you'd like to see more reviews of the terminal. Leave a comment and hit the like button. See you next time.